Good afternoon to all of you. Dinesh, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Sir, still we have a couple of minutes left. So
Okay. We'll start at 12:30. Good afternoon to all of you. This is Muralidharan here from National Testing Agency. On behalf of National Testing Agency, I welcome all the participants to this webinar on Fit India Quiz 2022, schedule now. The first webinar of this kind was held on 28th of November for this same Fit India Quiz. Many of you might not have attended that first webinar. The second webinar was scheduled yesterday, but due to some technical problems that could not be held yesterday. I apologize for the technical problems and the inconvenience caused to the people who were waiting to attend the webinar yesterday. The same thing is rescheduled today. So I welcome you all to this webinar. The main purpose of the webinar is to give you an overview about the entire project so that you will be able to understand and appreciate, and you will not face any difficulty in taking the examination on 8th and 9th. This webinar is structured in 3 parts. Part 1 is an overview about this entire Fit India quiz. Part 2 relates to the technical aspects. Our technical partners will take you through how to take the examination on the mobile phones, what are the requirements, do's and don'ts, etc. The third part of this webinar will be on the frequently asked questions, where you can pose your questions and then thereafter we'll be glad to take your questions and answer them. So it will be in 3 parts. Whatever questions you have in your mind, you can ask in the third part. You can also type the questions so that now we'll be able to reply. So let us go ahead with this PPT on the overview about the Fit India project, Fit India quiz. It's a mission under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. The objective of the mission is to create awareness about the fitness and encourage citizens to include physical activities in their day-to-day daily life. Next slide, please. Now, this Fit India Quiz 22 is organized by the same Fit India mission for school children across the country. This is the second Fit India Quiz what is being organized. Last year also, Fit India Quiz 2021 was organized on the similar lines. Most of the schools who are currently participating, they might have also participated in the last year's quiz program. I'm sure that you must have participated and enjoyed the participation. The main purpose of the quiz is to create a platform where school students are able to showcase their knowledge about the fitness and sports, and more particularly the Indian sporting history. So that is the very purpose. Next slide, please. Fit India quiz is open for all the students across the country. It is held at the school level to begin with the preliminary round, and the next round will be state level, and thereafter it will be national level in the online mode, and also in the broadcast round later. It is open to all the school children of all the ages. It is open to all the school children of all the ages. The children have to be nominated by the respective school. Next slide, please. National Testing Agency is part of the Ministry of Education, Government of India. It's an autonomous organization. It is basically a testing agency. NTA conducts various examinations for admission to various professional, engineering, medical courses, etc. Now, this NTA will be conducting this preliminary round of this exercise. The purpose of this webinar is to give you an idea about overview about this quiz program. This quiz program, the candidates are required to take the examination only in the Android mobile phone. ये केवल Android mobile phone में ही लिया जा सकता है. इस एग्जाम कंप्यूटर या तो लैपटॉप की जरूरत नहीं है. Candidates are not required to visit any examination center. एग्जाम सेंटर में जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. They will not be able to appear in the exam in PC or laptop. They have to do it only in the Android mobile phone. They have to make their own arrangements for the Android mobile phone. They should ensure that the mobile phone is fully charged and has stable internet connectivity during the examination. And for taking this examination on the mobile phone, candidates have to download a mobile app from the link which is given here on the screen from 30th of November onwards. I'm sure that most of you must have downloaded your admit card. Admit card also contains the same link. So you can download from this link the mobile app which is required for taking the examination. So this is a very important requirement. Without the mobile app, students will not be able to take the examination. Next slide, please. This test is for 30 minutes. केवल आधे घंटे के लिए है. 60 questions are there, and the test will be delivered in 13 languages. Candidates have already opted for the language in which they want to take the examination. Question paper will be in only one language, whatever language they've opted for, and which is indicated on the admit card. So it will be available only in that language for each candidate. Each question carries 4 marks, and 1 mark will be deducted for a wrong answer. This is a requirement. The test will be held on 8th or 9th of December, 8th and 9th of December. So on each day there will be 4 sessions. The exact timing, date and timing of each candidate will be mentioned in the admit card. So candidates are required to go through the admit card and know the exam time and also the exam date. So it will differ for various candidates even within the same school also. No change of date or time of the examination will be permitted. Even within the same school also, depending upon the language opted by the candidate, the date and timing of the examination can differ. So therefore now candidates are required to download their admit card and go by the date and timing indicated on their own admit card and not to be guided by what is there in the admit card of their friends or other students appearing in the same school. So they have to be very clear about their own admit card. So they have to log in 30 minutes before the exam starts. After the examination starts, the candidate will not be able to log in. They are required to do it at least 30 minutes before the examination starts. And they cannot leave the examination during that course of the exam. 30 minutes का exam है. जब तक exam खत्म नहीं होता है तब तक submit नहीं कर पाएंगे. Submit button will be activated only at the close of the exam. So they have to be there in the exam for half an hour. Admit cards are already there on the website. I'm sure that now candidates must have downloaded the admit card from the link which is given here. This link is also given in the public notice on the NTA website. And candidates can download themselves also. If it is not possible for them to download, even the schools also can download the admit card and give it to their students. Each school can download the admit cards of the candidates nominated by them, and then they can give it to the students. So admit card contains all this important information. First thing, date and time of the examination is very important. It will differ from candidate to candidate depending upon the language opted by the candidate. Login time, login ID, password, specifications of the mobile phone. Once again, we'll go through the specifications even in this session also. And aside from where the mobile phone can be downloaded, it is there in the admit card. It is also shown on the website of the NTA. And specific do's and don'ts. So ये सारी चीजें admit card में दी हुई हैं. Candidates are required to go through the admit card carefully. Mock test will be held on 3rd, 4th and 5th. All the 3 days mock test will be held. Candidates can take the mock test on any one of the days, 3rd, 4th or 5th, as per their convenience. The window will be open between 10 AM to 6 PM on these days, but they can take it only once. If the candidate chooses to take it on any of the days, and then he can do it only once, not multiple times. But for taking the mock test also, the candidate is required to download the mobile app from the site, what is mentioned earlier we discussed. From the same site, candidates are required to download the mobile app and use it for the mock test. They can use the login ID and password indicated on the admit card. Roll number, बच्चों का roll number जो admit card में दे रखा है वही उनका login ID रहेगा, and उनका date of birth, whatever is indicated on the admit card, will be the password. इसमें थोड़ा ध्यान से सुन लें. The date of birth should be as per whatever is indicated in the admit card. They may have a different date of birth separately, but then date of birth, whatever is indicated on the admit card, will be the password, because this is what the candidates have given in their own application form. बच्चों ने application form में जो भर के रखा है वही date of birth यूज करना पड़ेगा. And mock test और final test दोनों के लिए login ID password same रहेगा. There is no change. Login ID password जो mock test में यूज करते हैं वही final test में भी बच्चों को यूज करना पड़ेगा. Mock test भी आधे घंटे का रहेगा like the final test. तो आधे घंटे से पहले वो सबमिट नहीं कर पाएंगे बच्चे. आधे घंटे तो कम से कम वो मॉक टेस्ट में उनको लगे रहना पड़ेगा. मॉक टेस्ट विल बी इन इंग्लिश ओनली फॉर द कैंडिडेट्स, एंड पीपल हु ऑप्टेड फॉर हिंदी इन द फाइनल टेस्ट, उनके लिए मॉक टेस्ट विल बी इन हिंदी. फॉर ऑल द अदर पीपल इट विल बी इन इंग्लिश. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. For any problem, the candidates are required to be in touch with the NTA website. उसमें जाके चेक करें कि आप वॉट एवर लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स उसी में दी जाएंगी। तो हमेशा NTA वेबसाइट को चेक करते रहें। कोई समस्या हो तो फिर NTA को लिख भी सकते हैं। ईमेल ID दे रखा है fitindia@nta.ac.in। हेल्प डेस्क का नंबर भी दे रखे हैं। तो ऑन दिस नंबर्स यू कैन कॉल फॉर एनी क्लैरिफिकेशन। फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन एक डॉक्यूमेंट NTA के वेबसाइट पर लगा रखा है। Candidates and schools are requested to go through this and familiarize themselves with the requirements. These numbers, whatever are given here, they are the NTA help desk numbers. Apart from this, there are also technical help desk numbers which are given in the admit card. Technical help desk is also available in the languages, various languages where the tests are conducted. So candidates, for any technical things, whatever support they need, they can call. So these numbers are given on the web screen. You can see this. So there are 4 numbers which are given, and various services in various languages are available here. You can look at those numbers. These numbers are also given in the admit card. It is also there on the website. So therefore, for any of these issues, you can call. Technical issues, you can call these numbers on the mock test day and also on the exam day. These numbers are available only on these days, mock test days and also on the exam day. They are not available on other days. So any kind of technical issue, candidates are requested to call this number, technical numbers, and then clarify their queries. So I presented an overview about this particular thing. Now I request our technical partners to take you through the second part of the webinar, which is the technical session of how to use this particular mobile phones, what is the app to be downloaded, etc. They will take you through that. Over to Mr. Ashish.
Thank you very much, Murli sir. Good afternoon, everybody. So now from here, I will tell you about the process of the technical things for this examination. So this is basically a online remote proctor exam. ये एक remote proctoring exam है, secured exam है, और ये AI based exam होता है. बहुत ही सिंपल तरह से इसको हम लोग एग्जाम कंडक्ट कर सकते हैं. कोई ज्यादा टेक्निकल थिंग्स की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. जो इसमें प्रॉक्टर्स हैं वो सब मशीन बेस्ड है. इस एग्जाम को आप कहीं से भी ले सकते हैं. आपके पास एक मोबाइल फोन होना चाहिए जिसमें इंटरनेट होना चाहिए और अच्छी इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए. हाँ, दूसरी स्लाइड में जो आपको दिख रहे हैं सपोर्ट एंड हेल्प डेस्क फॉर द कैंडिडेट्स. So all the guidelines and documents will be shared before the examination. So as already Murli sir has said that these documents, FAQs, videos, technical documents, it's already uploaded on the NTA website. For technical help, there is a IVR based help desk. different languages में already उपलब्ध कराया जाएगा आपको mock test के दौरान और live exam के दौरान. जो भी आपने लैंग्वेजेस चूज करी है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप उन नंबर्स पे कॉल कर सकते हैं अगर आपको कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज आता है तो. दिस इज द स्लाइड सेज व्हिच इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ द एग्जाम. आपका जो एग्जाम का प्रोसेस है वो 3 भाग में बटा हुआ है. पहले आपको एक एडमिट कार्ड और गाइडलाइंस दी जाती है. उसके बाद आप एक मॉक टेस्ट में जाते हैं. जो आपका मॉक टेस्ट 3rd, 4th एंड 5th को अवेलेबल है. एनी टाइम आप ले सकते हैं. देन 8th एंड 9th को आपका एग्जाम डे रहेगा और उसके बाद आपका रिजल्ट है. टिपिकल सिचुएशंस व्हेन कैंडिडेट्स रीच आउट टू द हेल्प डेस्क. ये कुछ टिपिकल इश्यूज आ सकते हैं आपको आपके मॉक टेस्ट और एग्जाम के दौरान जिसमें आप हेल्प डेस्क को कॉल कर सकते हैं. अनेबल टू लॉग इन, माइक्रोफोन नॉट डिटेक्टेड, अनेबल टू कैप्चर द फेशियल फोटो, unable to navigate from one question to another question, mobile hang and disconnected from the login page. इन सब सिचुएशन में आप हेल्प डेस्क को कॉल कर सकते हैं. अनेबल टू लॉग इन केस के अंदर आपको एक बार अपना रोल नंबर और DOB चेक करना रहेगा कि जो आपके एडमिट कार्ड में दिया गया है आपने वही एंट्री करी है। जनरली बच्चे इसमें थोड़ी गड़बड़ी कर जाते हैं, वो उनको समझ में नहीं आता कि रोल नंबर क्या डालना है, लॉगिन आईडी क्या डालना है। सो मैं फिर से दोहरा रहा हूँ, लॉगिन आईडी एंड पासवर्ड आपका रोल नंबर और डेट ऑफ बर्थ है जो आपके एडमिट कार्ड में दिया गया है। इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉर ऑनलाइन एग्जाम सम डूज, ये कुछ चीजें हैं जिसका आपको बहुत ध्यान देना है। आपको आपका जो मोबाइल फोन है उसमें एक रिक्वायरमेंट चेक आपको आएगा जब आप मॉक टेस्ट स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो आपका यू हैव टू एंश्योर दैट योर वेबकैम, माइक्रोफोन एंड इंटरनेट इज वर्किंग फाइन। आप जिस कमरे में, जिस जगह पे बैठ के एग्जाम दे रहे हैं वहां पर प्रॉपर लाइट की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए। वो रूम या वो प्लेस साइलेंस रहना चाहिए। आपको ये भी इंश्योर करना है कि आपका जो फेस है वो कैमरे के अंदर प्रॉपरली विजिबल है। कैप्चर योर फोटो बिफोर द स्टार्ट ऑफ द एग्जाम एंड इंश्योर दैट नो ऑब्जेक्ट बिहाइंड यू। आपको क्लियर फोटोग्राफ कैप्चर करना है। डू वियर ट्रांसपेरेंट नॉन रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लासेस। आपको, अगर आप चश्मा पहनते हैं तो आपको ये इंश्योर करना है कि आपके जो ग्लासेस हैं वो रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लासेस हों। ट्रांसपेरेंट बोटल्स ही अलाउड है पानी पीने के लिए। वैलिड आईडी प्रूफ आपके पास होना चाहिए। एंड mock test is compulsory for this examination. These are some items which you need to avoid during the examination. आप जिस प्लेस पे बैठ के एग्जाम दे रहे हैं वहां पर ज्यादा लोग नहीं होने चाहिए। आप किसी से बात नहीं कर सकते हैं। आपको एवरी टाइम यू नीड टू एंश्योर दैट कि आप कैमरा के सामने ही हैं, आपको कैमरे से बाहर नहीं जाना है। डू नॉट कवर योर फेस विद हेयर, क्लोथ्स एंड अदर एनीथिंग एल्स। Do not place any light source behind from the face. Do not have background noises. आप ऐसी जगह पे नहीं बैठेंगे जहां पर बैकग्राउंड में काफी नॉइज है, बिकॉज ये आपके एग्जाम के रिजल्ट को इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है। You need to ensure that no other person is available in the room. Headphones and black glasses are not allowed. Do not use Google and any other search engine. एग्जाम के दौरान आप किसी और विंडो पे जाके गूगल या कुछ और चीज नहीं देख सकते हैं। Do not press F5 or toggle between the application. Do not try to log in from multiple devices. ये जितनी चीजें आपको इसमें दर्शाई गई हैं वो बताती हैं कि ये सब चीजें आपको नहीं करना है। अब हम आपको कुछ हार्डवेयर रिक्वायरमेंट के बारे में बताएंगे जो इस एग्जाम के लिए कंपलसरी है। मोबाइल फोन होना चाहिए आपके पास। उस मोबाइल के अंदर कम से कम 2 GB और अबव की रैम होनी चाहिए। माइक्रोफोन वर्किंग माइक्रोफोन होना चाहिए। वर्किंग वेबकैम होना चाहिए। इंटरनेट स्पीड कम से कम 1 Mbps की होनी चाहिए, डेडिकेटेडली और कंटिन्यूअस। सो अगर आपके मोबाइल में इंटरनेट आ रहा है और वो नहीं चल रहा है तो आप चेक कीजिए कि कहीं आपका डेटा खत्म तो नहीं हो गया। तो आपके मोबाइल के अंदर डेटा भी होना चाहिए एग्जाम को रन करने के लिए। ये एग्जाम सिर्फ एंड्रॉयड मोबाइल में ही काम करेंगे। iOS, आईफोन इस एग्जाम पे काम नहीं करेगा। इनके वर्जन जो है एंड्रॉयड 10 एंड अबव ही होना चाहिए सो दैट आप इजीली इस एग्जाम्स को दे पाएंगे। क्रोम वर्जन इसमें इंस्टॉल होना चाहिए आपके मोबाइल फोन्स में। अब हम आपको बताएंगे कि आपको मोबाइल एपीके जो डाउनलोड करना है उसको फिर आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप कैसे इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं। आपके एडमिट कार्ड में वेबसाइट पे एक लिंक दिया गया है मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड करने का। जब आप उस एप्लीकेशन लिंक पे क्लिक करेंगे तो आपको आपका रोल नंबर एंड डेट ऑफ बर्थ से एंट्री करना है जो आपके एडमिट कार्ड में दिया गया है। स्टेप 3 में दिया गया, जब आप सक्सेसफुल लॉगिन करेंगे तो वहां पर आएगा क्लिक हियर टू डाउनलोड द एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल फोन एपीके फाइल। आपको उसको क्लिक करना है और डाउनलोड करना है। स्टेप 5 में आपका फोन आपको पूछ सकता है कि अलाउ फ्रॉम दिस सोर्सेज। सो अगर आपने कोई भी एप्लीकेशन प्ले स्टोर से कभी डाउनलोड नहीं करी है या प्ले स्टोर के अलावा करी है तो हो सकता है आपको वो नहीं पूछेगा, बट जनरली आपको एक मैसेज आएगा कि आपको ये एप्लीकेशन इस सोर्स से डाउनलोड करना है या नहीं करना है, आपको उसको चेक करना है, ऑन करना है। और स्टेप 5 में जब आप उसको ऑन करेंगे तो स्टेप 6 से आपका फिट इंडिया का एक ब्राउजर इंस्टॉल हो जाएगा और स्टेप 8 में आके आपको एक लॉगिन पेज आएगा। जैसे कि पहले ही बताया गया था कि आपको लॉगिन करने के लिए आपका रोल नंबर और डेट ऑफ बर्थ होना चाहिए, तो आप रोल नंबर और डेट ऑफ बर्थ एंटर करेंगे। इसके बाद आपको वो नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे लेके जाएगा, रिमोट प्रॉक्टरिंग। स्टेप 5 आपका रिमोट प्रॉक्टरिंग स्टार्ट होगा। स्टेप 6 से आपको वो कंफर्मेशन पूछेगा। स्टेप 7 में वो आपका मोबाइल फोन की जो टेक्निकल रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो सब चेक करेंगे। आपको वेबकैम अलाउ करना है, माइक्रोफोन चेक करना है, इंटरनेट चेक करना है, जितनी भी चीजें आपको वो उस दौरान रिक्वायरमेंट के दौरान पूछेंगे, आपको वो सब इनेबल करना है। उसके बाद आपको अपना कंफर्मेशन देके कि यस डिटेल दिया हुआ है जो वो मेरा ही डिटेल है, वो चेक करके आपको कंटिन्यू करना है और इंस्ट्रक्शन शीट आने के बाद आपको वेट करना है आपके एग्जाम का। स्टेप 4 जब आप क्लिक करेंगे तो आपका एग्जाम आ जाएगा। एग्जाम 30 मिनट का है। एग्जाम को आप लास्ट मिनट तक कंटिन्यू करेंगे जब तक एंड टेस्ट बटन नहीं आपको आ जाता, उसके बाद आप एंड करेंगे। और लास्ट स्टेप 4 योर टेस्ट हैज बीन सक्सेसफुली सबमिटेड का मैसेज आने के बाद ही आप एग्जिट करेंगे। डू नॉट पैनिक इफ नेटवर्क गॉट इंटरप्टेड। अगर बीच में आपका लॉग आउट हो जाता है तो उसमें घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप दोबारा से 3 मिनट के बाद लॉगिन कर सकते हैं। आपका री लॉगिन करने के टाइम में आपका कोई टाइम लॉस नहीं होगा। आपने जितने भी क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट किए होंगे वो आपको अटेम्प्टेड मिलेंगे एंड उस प्लेस से आप अपना एग्जाम कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं। दीज आर सम पैरामीटर्स जिसके जो आपको आपके एग्जाम के दौरान वॉच करेगा और आपकी क्रेडिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट एक तैयार करेगा। सो अगर आप फेस की बात करते हैं, अगर आप स्क्रीन की तरफ नहीं देख रहे हैं तो सिस्टम आपको कैच कर रहा है कि बच्चा सिस्टम की तरफ नहीं देख रहा है। अगर आप कैमरे से बाहर जाते हैं या कोई और पर्सन आपके रूम में आता है आपको हेल्प करने के लिए, आपने कैमरा बंद कर दिया है, ये सारी चीजें सिस्टम कैप्चर करता है और एक रिपोर्ट जनरेट करता है। सो आप सभी लोगों से ये निवेदन है कि आप इसको प्लीज मेंटेन करें और किसी अन्य व्यक्ति की अपने रूम में एंट्री ना करवाएं और ध्यान से अपना एग्जाम दें। बैकग्राउंड नॉइस नहीं होनी चाहिए, आपको स्क्रीन भी शेयर होना चाहिए और नेटवर्क भी आपको प्रॉपर होना चाहिए ये एग्जाम देने के लिए। सो ऑल द बेस्ट कैंडिडेट्स एंड नाउ वी कैन स्टार्ट QA राउंड। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस please put the questions in the chat box.
So participants can ask their questions.
So Murli sir, there are certain questions asked by the candidates.
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Samiksha.
See, Mr. Dinesh, you can handle the technical questions, whatever are being asked by the candidates.
सर ने कैसे ज्वाइन किया? सर ने प्रेजेंटर ज्वाइन किया ना?
Sir, so I'll tell you sir few questions.
उस पे Q&A
Yes.
पे क्लिक करके
There is queries that candidates are not able to log in Fit India web mobile APK. So
Okay.
candidates, the mock test is scheduled from 3rd December to 5th December.
Yes.
So you just have to install the mobile APK as of now, and you can log in from tomorrow onwards.
But they can download it, effective from 30th November, na?
Correct,
Candidates
absolutely,
can
sir.
download the mobile app anytime now.
Right.
So they can familiarize themselves and keep it ready. Any other questions?
So one question is candidate is not able to log in NTA, that from where they have to download the mobile APK.
It is there on our NTA website in the fitindia.nta.ac.in. It is there in the, on the left hand side when you have the various buttons, exam schedule. So uske andar hai. We'll also put it prominently. It is available on the website in the exam schedule.
Presenting on behalf of sir.
It is there in your admit card. Candidates can note that now the site from where the candidates are required to download the mobile app is also given in their admit card.
Again, there are common questions, sir. What is login ID and password for mock and live exam?
Okay.
So
Now it is given in the
login
admit
ID.
card.
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
So login ID is nothing but the roll number which is given in the admit card. Password is the date of birth indicated in the admit card. So candidates are required to go through the admit card carefully. उसी के अंदर दे रखा है, and that is the same for mock test and also the final exam.
So next query is, can we use tablet for this examination?
Yes, Dinesh. It can be used. I mean, only mobile phones can be used. No other instrument.
Yes, yes. Only
No
Android-based
no
mobile phone.
No laptop. Yeah. Only mobile phones are permitted. Android. Yeah. Any other questions?
How to give the mock exam? So candidate, we had explained the entire process. First, you have to download the mobile APK in your mobile phones. Post that, the mock test will start from tomorrow onwards to 5th December. You have to log in using your roll numbers mentioned on your admit card, and password is date of birth. So sir, next question is, what is the fees of this quiz?
Fees.
Yes.
I think now we have crossed that stage. Candidates have already applied. The schools have nominated the candidates and they have already, been issued admit cards also. So therefore now the fee part of it is over now. There is nothing to be paid by the candidates or by the schools henceforth. The fee is already paid at the time of application by the schools. So no more fees is to be paid.
Sir, another question is, I am a student of class 10th. I have pre-board on that day. That's too on morning. Can the time of attending the exam be changed cooperating to our situation?
During that presentation also हमने यही बताया कि now जो भी date और time दिया गया है admit card में, that cannot be changed. See, it has been designed in a particular way, taking into consideration the languages opted by the candidate. Each session is on a language-wise basis. It has been designed, so it will not be possible for us to change the date and time of the any particular specific candidate. It is not possible.
So next question is, sir, can they wear the mask during the examination?
It is up to you. See, you are taking the examination from your school or from maybe from your home. So therefore now it is up to you. NTA does not have to say, because you are not going to public examination center. आप आपके खुद के घर में से या तो स्कूल में से आप कर रहे हैं, तो उनका जो भी रूल्स होगा उसके हिसाब से फॉलो करना चाहिए आपको. NTA doesn't have any requirements on this particular thing. Mask लगाना है नहीं लगाना है, it is up to you. Because you are taking the examination from your own personal space. तो आपके खुद के घर में या तो फिर स्कूल में से करेंगे, तो फिर उसके नियम जो भी हैं वो हिसाब से उसके अनुसार पालन करेंगे आप.
Sir, few candidate doesn't receive the communications regarding admit cards and mobile APK.
Admit card is already hosted. Candidates can download it straight away from the website. That is fitindia.nta.ac.in. From the website, candidates can download the admit card anytime. So it is available all the time. They can download and then print and read the instructions carefully. तो उनसे डाउनलोड नहीं हो पाता है, कोई दिक्कत है, तो देन दे कैन अप्रोच द स्कूल. स्कूल भी डाउनलोड करके आपको प्रिंट करके दे सकते हैं, जिसमें से आप पूरा पढ़ लेंगे. So there is no problem. You can always take it, and then the link from where the candidate are supposed to download the mobile app, that is also given in the admit card. Admit card में सारी चीजें दी हुई हैं. It is better that candidates should download and read the instructions carefully. User ID, password, login ID, password, and then the link from where you have to download, and then do's and don'ts specific क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो सारी चीजें उसमें दी हुई हैं. And then hardware specification or whatever your requirements for a particular Android mobile phone, ये सारी चीजें उसमें हैं. Please go through the admit card carefully.
Thanks for that, sir. Next question is, if someone has no Android phone, what they can do?
I think they have to make their own arrangements. उसमें NTA हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. Maybe you can speak to your school. Maybe the school can arrange, or maybe you will have to make your own arrangements. That's what I can tell you. बच्चे उनको खुद को अरेंज करना पड़ेगा इस एग्जाम में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए. स्कूल ने नॉमिनेट किया है तो शायद स्कूल भी इसकी मदद कर सकते हैं.
Next question is, the exam timings is only for 30 minutes. Yes, exam duration is only for the 30 minutes.
Yes, exam duration is 30 minutes. लेकिन बच्चों को आधे घंटे पहले जो स्टार्ट टाइम है उससे आधे घंटे पहले उनको लॉगिन करके रेडी रहना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि लास्ट मिनट में लॉगिन करेंगे तो गड़बड़ी में कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा उनको गलती आएगी, फिर दिक्कत होगी, फिर नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, फिर लॉगिन नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो फिर अननेसेसरीली टेंशन बढ़ेगा, पैनिक हो जाएंगे. इसकी वजह से आधे घंटे पहले ही लॉगिन करके तैयार रहें. और एग्जाम शुरू होने के बाद आधा घंटा एग्जाम चलेगा, उसके बाद ही वो उसको सबमिट कर पाएंगे, उससे पहले नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो उनको कम से कम 1 घंटा तो हो ही जाएगा उसमें. Yes, next question.
Next question, what will be the syllabus for the exam?
It's a good question. इसका कोई खास सिलेबस नहीं है. तो बच्चों को जो भी जानकारी है स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में, या तो अपने इंडियन स्पोर्टिंग ट्रेडिशन के बारे में, या तो जनरली उनका जो एप्टीट्यूड है उसके हिसाब से उनको भी जो भी उन्होंने पढ़ा होगा नहीं तो सुना होगा, तो वो हिसाब से उनको जनरल नॉलेज बेस्ड अवेयरनेस ऑन स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड मैटर्स, and particularly खासकर Indian sports. So this is what and fitness. So these are the two main areas. So it is based on that. Now इसके लिए special अलग से syllabus कुछ नहीं है. It is based on their general awareness and about the sports and fitness related matters. हाँ जी.
The next question is, the presentation available to us, that is for candidates?
Yes, this presentation आपके website में भी लगा रखा है. Please go through the website fitindia.nta.ac.in. उसमें लगा रखा है. Anytime this presentation, both the technical presentation and also the overview, both are available to you. You can go through that. There is no problem. और इस अभी जो हो रहा है इसी का भी रिकॉर्डिंग भी हम साइट में डाल देंगे. जो भी क्वेश्चन अभी पूछे जा रहे हैं, ये भी किसी को भी कभी भी वो चेक कर सकते हैं कि ऐसा क्वेश्चन डाउट आया तो NTA का जवाब क्या था. You can listen to this and also go through the PPT on the website. Next question, please.
The next question, few candidates, trying to download the admit card from their mobile number. And it's showing that phone number is wrong. So the
From the
process
mobile
to
number.
download. Yes, sir. The process to download the admit card, they want to know from you, sir.
No issue. The process to download. See, एडमिट कार्ड दो तरीके से कर सकते हैं. बच्चे खुद करना चाहेंगे तो उनका मोबाइल नंबर डालना चाहिए और उसके बाद उनका डेट ऑफ बर्थ. ये दो चीज़ें वो डालेंगे तो फिर मोबाइल एडमिट कार्ड साइट से डाउनलोड हो जाएगा. लेकिन इनको ये जो मोबाइल नंबर एप्लीकेशन में कुछ और दिए होंगे, इसकी वजह से वो डाउनलोड नहीं हो पा रहा है. शायद उन्होंने एप्लीकेशन में जो मोबाइल नंबर दे रखा है वो कुछ और हो सकता है. तो देयरफॉर देयर इज अ मिसमैच बिटवीन द मोबाइल नंबर व्हाट यू हैव गिवन ऑन द इन योर एप्लीकेशन व्हिच इज नाउ यूज्ड फॉर एडमिट कार्ड पर्पस. उसकी वजह से होता है. नहीं तो आप स्कूल में भी पूछ सकते हैं. स्कूल वाले यूडाइस नंबर, स्कूल के एक नंबर होता है, वो नंबर डाल के डाउनलोड करके दे सकते हैं. आपके स्कूल में आप पूछताछ कीजिए, आपके जो भी नॉमिनेट किए होंगे टीचर्स, प्रिंसिपल, so they can also download and give you. In case still you are not able to do it, you write to us, we will send you. You can write to NTA also, fitindia@nta.ac.in. उसमें आपका पूरा नाम और ये मोबाइल नंबर, कौन से स्कूल से आप नॉमिनेट किए गए हैं, ये पता दीजिए. देन हम उसको जवाब करके फिर आपको ईमेल से भी कर सकते हैं. लेकिन पहले आप स्कूल से बात कर लीजिए. स्कूल वाले आपका जरूर मदद करेंगे क्योंकि स्कूल ने आपको नॉमिनेट किया है. आपके प्रिंसिपल, आपके टीचर्स जिन्होंने आपको सपोर्ट करके नॉमिनेट किया है, उनसे पूछ लीजिए, वो डाउनलोड करके देंगे आपको. कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. जरूरत पड़े तो हम भी करके देंगे, नो इश्यू.
Sir, next question is how to rectify the admit card. My father name, my date of birth is wrongly registered.
अच्छा, वो तो इसका एक करेक्शन विंडो भी खुला था जिसमें शायद ये करेक्शन आपने किया नहीं होगा. वो मौका भी चला गया. तो इससे कोई विचलित मत होना क्योंकि आपने जो भी एग्जाम के, अभी तो एग्जाम का समय है, तो इसी के ऊपर ध्यान करके इसको खत्म कर लीजिए. तो जो भी डेटा है फिर बाद में वो देख लेंगे. फिलहाल अभी एग्जाम के ऊपर ध्यान दीजिए.
Sir, next question is when result will be uploaded?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. अभी एग्जाम होते ही कुछ दिनों में हम इसको जरूर फाइनलाइज करके प्रोसेस करके रिजल्ट डाल देंगे अपने वेबसाइट पर. जो लोग सिलेक्ट हो चुके हैं नेक्स्ट राउंड के लिए, उनका लिस्ट एनटीए वेबसाइट में और फिट इंडिया मिशन के वेबसाइट में भी लग जाएगा. इट मे टेक सम टाइम बट बी इन टच विद द एनटीए वेबसाइट एंड आल्सो विद द फिट इंडिया मिशन वेबसाइट. तो इनमें से कुछ ही दिनों में एग्जाम के बाद ये आपका नेक्स्ट लेवल में जो सिलेक्ट हो रखे हैं उनके लिस्ट आ जाएंगे.
Next question is, sir, can we use school ID as a ID proof?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. स्कूल का जो भी आईडी है, फोटो आईडी उसमें होना चाहिए, वो यूज करते हैं. कोई भी आईडी नहीं होगा तो फिर आपके टीचर्स और प्रिंसिपल से आपका फोटो लगा के सर्टिफाई करके एक लेटर ले लीजिए, वो भी चल जाएगा. ए सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम द स्कूल विथ योर photograph duly attested by your principal, so that is also good enough as an ID. School ka ID definitely it is good, you can use that.
So next question is, can you provide the breakup of 60 questions topic wise?
Well, they are asking with the question paper. ऐसा कोई खास ब्रेकअप नहीं है. Therefore now see it will be a mix of all types of questions relating to sports and fitness. So therefore now it will be a combination of various things. So there is no topic wise. Actually now there is no syllabus or topics as such. It is on general awareness about the sports activities. So there is no such topic wise coverage or breakup which you can give now.
Sir, next question is, can we change our device during the mock test and during the main examination?
आप बताओ भाई.
Yes, you can change that, but you have to install the mobile APK in both the devices, and it should and Android version should be more than 10 or above.
मैं तो यही कहना चाहूँगा कि now people should keep that a particular mobile wherein they download करके आप रखें, उसी को यूज करें एग्जाम में भी. बीच में इधर उधर का कहीं डाउनलोड में प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है तो फिर अननेसेसरीली पैनिक बढ़ेगा. So better now you use only one mobile. That is preferably use only one mobile where you download and then take the mock test, and also use the same thing for the final thing. That is preferable. Otherwise, if you need to use two different mobile phones, then you have to take this precaution that you have to download separately once again. So take care. Preferably use only the same mobile. That is my advice to students. Next question, please.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज सर, अगर हम मॉक टेस्ट में फेल हो जाते हैं तो मेन एग्जाम नहीं दे पाएंगे?
इसमें कोई पास फेल का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है बेटा. There is no such issue. Don't worry. See, whatever you are, you are participating. Your participation is more important. The schools have nominated you. They have the confidence that now you are going to get laurels for your school. So therefore now इसमें mark test is only for practice. आपको practice और ये जो exam online का है, मोबाइल में कैसे देना है, तो उसको समझने के लिए मार्क टेस्ट रखा है. तो इसके ऊपर ज्यादा चिंता ना करें. Straight away you be confident. So there is no concept of pass or fail in mock test. All the people are eligible to appear. Whosoever has been given admit card, they can take the final test. Mock test is meant for your convenience so that now you don't feel completely lost on the exam day. On the exam day मार्क टेस्ट नहीं देते हैं तो फिर बाद में आपको जाके तकलीफ होगा. डाउनलोड करने में ही आपको तकलीफ होगा. उसके बाद में आप हर एक क्वेश्चन में कैसे जाना है करके उसी में टाइम बिताएंगे तो फिर आपको सब्जेक्ट भूल जाएंगे. तो ये टेक्निकलिटीज आपको पता कराने के लिए अभी मॉक टेस्ट दिया जा रहा है. उसके बाद में तो फाइनल एग्जाम में आपको केवल जो सब्जेक्ट कंटेंट है उसके ऊपर ध्यान देना होगा. अदरवाइज नाउ यू कुड बी वेस्टिंग टाइम ऑन द एग्जाम डे. So therefore now don't worry about pass or fail. Even in the final examination, don't worry about pass or fail. Your participation is very important. Actually, we want that all the schools and candidates should have that kind of participation and awareness about the sports activities. That is a very objective. If you are able to participate, that itself is a great success for you. Even if you don't succeed this time, definitely I'm sure there's an annual program every year. So you will be, next year, definitely you'll be able to do that. Next question, please.
1 second, sir. In case of any error during the live examination, I will get some extra time?
Extra time तो नहीं मिलेगा, but then you have the flexibility. In case you want to change the answer, you can change the answer, go back and forth. तो जाके change तो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन extra time किसी को नहीं मिलेगा. This is a quiz. तो quiz में कोई extra time का सवाल ही नहीं है. Within the time allotted, 30 मिनट के अंदर आपको जितने भी 60 क्वेश्चन हैं, 60 क्वेश्चन आपको आंसर करने हैं. तो एक्स्ट्रा टाइम किसी को नहीं मिलेगा. ये सिस्टम बाउंड है. अपने आप 30 मिनट्स के बाद अपने आप ऑटो सबमिट हो जाएगा आंसर्स.
सर, एग्जाम में क्या नेगेटिव मार्किंग होगी?
हाँ होगी ना, जरूर होगी. रॉन्ग आंसर के लिए 1 मार्क नेगेटिव मार्किंग होगा. ये दिया था पीपीटी में भी, हमने बता दिया था इसको.
सर, हमने फिट इंडिया क्विज के लिए रजिस्टर नहीं किया है, क्या आप रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं?
नहीं, वो रजिस्ट्रेशन तो बंद हो चुका है, अभी तो नहीं हो पाएगा. दिस टाइम दैट स्टेज इज ओवर. एग्जाम विंडो तो 2 महीने खुला था, तो अभी तक अभी एडमिट कार्ड हो चुका है, एग्जाम आने का है. So at this stage, it is not possible. If you have not already registered and if you have not received your admit card, it's not possible to participate now.
So next question is, I am from Shamford School. It's difficult to conduct the exam at 5 to 5:30 because everyone doesn't have a broadband connection and having network issue in their location. If you shall reschedule the examination in school hours, it will be better.
ये थोड़ा मुश्किल है. Changing the schedule is not possible at this stage. It's a matter of only half an hour. So therefore now if some school has got any specific difficulty, they can make some arrangements locally, because this examination is being held on pan-India basis. So therefore now there are nearly about 43,000 schools and 1,75,000 candidates who are appearing. So specifically for few schools or something, it is not possible to change the schedules. तो शायद अभी नहीं हो पाएगा.
What is the criteria?
Arrangements, yeah.
So sir, generally again students are trying to log in right now in the mobile APK candidate, I am repeating again, mock will start from 3rd December to 5th December. You have to attempt the mock exam on any one particular day based on your convenience.
Mock
So
test
if you
is
will try
available
right now,
only
it will show.
Yes, yeah. So it is mock test is available only on specified days, 3rd, 4th and 5th. कल परसों और 5th. ये 3 दिन में ही हो सकता है. You can download and keep the app ready, but then test you can take only from tomorrow morning 10 a.m. onwards. And this window, mock test window, is open only from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can, take the mock test only during this time period between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So not on, today it is not possible. So if you're trying to do it today, you will not be able to take the mock test. Next question, please.
1 second, sir. Yes, these are the repeat questions. I am checking that. So the next, again, they are asking how to appear in the mock test. So you have candidates, you have to install the mobile APK from the URL. Once we had shown the steps how to download the mobile APK, and you have to log in using your roll number and date of birth. Mock is scheduled from 3rd December to 5th December.
Naturally, see, they are taking this examination, online examinations for the first time in the mobile phone. It's a kind of novelty for them. So some uncertainty, some apprehensions, and then curiosity will be there. It is bound to be there. No issue. See, it is open for 3 days. You try taking. The only way to get over this kind of uncertainty or apprehension is to do it. So from tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. onwards, you try. Definitely you will succeed. It is only young people know they learn mobiles very fast. You are masters in mobiles. All the young children, they know much more about mobile than all the other senior people. So you are already now using mobiles for various purposes. So definitely you will not have any problem. कल सुबह आप 10 बजे के बाद try कर लीजिए, आराम से जरूर हो जाएगा. You will not face any problem. Next question, please.
Sir, what is the next step after the exam?
After the exam, wait for the results. We will process the results and then put up the list of selected candidates for the next level. State level round के लिए जो भी बच्चे select होते हैं उनका list हम website में डाल देंगे. तो उसके लिए कुछ समय लग सकते हैं. तो therefore इंतजार कीजिए result की बस. That's all.
Can we change the language, sir? I have chosen Urdu language while registration. Now, can we change that language for main examination?
You cannot change the language now because all the sessions, timings and date, everything is tied to the language. So therefore now it will not be possible for you to change the language at this stage. At this stage, the date, timing, language or anything relating to the examination, it cannot be changed. It is not possible now.
So next question is any ebook or sample questions for Fit India quiz available?
No, there is no such thing. It is based on your general awareness. Whatever you have already learned from various sources, you have heard and seen and read. That is the basis. There is no such sample question.
And sir, I am able to see that multiple candidates are not able to download the admit card. So one of that I am Pratik from Dr. KB Headwear Higher Secondary School, Goa. We are the only 2 students and not able to download the admit card mentioned in the URL on NTA website. Error shown in admit.
I suggest that the students now can contact their schools. In case the schools also they are not able to download, they can write to us. Candidates can write to us at fitindia@nta.ac.in. We'll reply to them. We'll give them their admit card.
So correction is not feasible now in the admit card candidates. That window is already closed.
Yes, now it is not possible.
Seconds, I'm checking.
I think more of repeat questions. Most of the students getting the same questions.
Sir, all the mock are compulsory to attend. So candidates, only one candidate, one login. So only one candidate has to take the mock test any one particular day. It's not for all 3 days.
Yeah. एक कैंडिडेट केवल एक ही बार मॉक टेस्ट ले सकते हैं. इन 3 दिनों में कोई भी एक बार आप दे सकते हैं. And then it is necessary that all the candidates should take the mock test so that they feel comfortable using the mobile app.
Sir, there is one question. Dear sir, I am from district Ramban. I have chosen Urdu language while registration. Now please tell me optional language for the exam.
The language, whatever you have chosen in the application form, your question paper will be served on the same language, whatever is there chosen by you. Application में जो भी language आपने चुना है वही language आपको question paper मिलेगा. एडमिट कार्ड में भी वही लिखा होगा कि आपने उर्दू चुना है तो फिर उर्दू जरूर एडमिट कार्ड में होगा. क्वेश्चन पेपर भी आपका क्वेश्चन पेपर उर्दू में होगा.
Sir, one question is there. Is there any e-book of Fit India quiz?
Already answered.
Already answered.
There is no topic wise, sir. There is no syllabus wise question paper available anywhere.
So team syllabus, ebook, question structure. So these are the common questions. How to appear the mock test, how to download the admit card. These are the repetitive questions.
I think we have covered all these issues.
Yeah,
If there are any
sir.
more questions, the candidates can write to us.
Sir, any criteria to, any benchmark? What is the passing marks to qualify this level?
There is no such thing. It's a competitive examination. It depends on the total number of slots available in the various state level rounds and the kind of schools which are participating and the number of people who are getting those things. So there is no concept of pass or fail, a minimum requirement. There is no such thing. It's a competitive quiz program. So whichever school is coming on top, that will be selected for the next round, subject to available slots available in the next round. So these things are given in the information bulletin. Schools can refer to the information bulletin and go through them, which is there on our website. That is fitindia.nta.ac.in. The information bulletin is available. They can go through that and find out for themselves.
Next is why
right now the most yeah.
So why NTA customer care people, no one responding?
That's a good question. See, all the available information is already put there on the website. The candidates can read the information which is available there, and the help desk might be busy with other calls on the day when the particular candidate could be asking that question. So it is likely that they could not take the call because the lines were busy with some other examination. But then all the information, whatever you need, is already there on the website. You can go there and then check. Instead of relying on some kind of oral telephonic information given by somebody, written information which is already in the public domain, which is put on the website. So candidates can go through that and place more reliance on that kind of published information.
So, sir, same again, repeat questions, desktop or window based. Candidate, this exam is mobile based only and only Android based mobile only, and the Android supported version is 10 and above.
I think most of these questions are repeat questions.
Repeat questions, sir.
So therefore, I think there are not many new questions coming up. So if any candidate has got any other question or schools have got any other questions, they can write to us. We'll be too glad to reply to those questions. The most important thing, my request to all the schools and also the candidates at this stage is that they should take this mock test seriously. That is the most important thing, critical thing for you. If you fail to take the mock test, then on the actual date when the examination session is there, then you could face technical problems and then you will be under unnecessary tension. You will lose focus on the subject and instead now you'll be dealing with this technical issues of how to go from here to there on the screen, mobile screen. So I would request all the participants schools to impress upon their children that now they should take the mock test without fail. That is one very important step in the whole examination. If a student is comfortable at the mock stage, then automatically he will be at ease in the final exam. So it is very essential. I request all the schools, please impress upon your students and ensure that they do the mock test. And candidates, it is in your interest that now you take the mock test so that you don't end up in tension and panic on the exam day, fiddling here and there. So it is better. Please take the mock test without fail. I think if there are no more questions, we can close the session.
Yes, sir, we can close the session.
Yeah, this PPT, the overview, and also this particular technical PPT, both are already available on the NTA website. In addition, we had an interesting question answer session today. The recording of this also will be put on the NTA website. That is fitindia.nta.ac.in. So candidates and schools can refer to this anytime and get clarification. And there is also a frequently asked question document which is put on the website. Schools and candidates can go through that and then they will get adequate information. My request to all the schools here who are present is you are nominated, your candidates. Now go one step further and please ensure that your school wins. All the best to all the teachers and schools who have taken the time off from their busy schedule to attend this program. All the best to the schools and students. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar.
All the very best to all the candidates.
Good. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.